First Timothy chapter 4, verse 13. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Before I begin this video, I would like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, the men I do learn this truth from. SHALAWAM to the sincere Akim, pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. SHALAWAM to the few sisters that hearkening unto this word. SHALAWAM Yasharallah. Now, I opened up with 1 Timothy 4 and 13, just to show you that we're supposed to be focusing on reading, which is, I looked it up yesterday, but let me click it real quick. Knowing, so reading is knowing, because you can know something by reading it, that's simply how it is. You want to know what type of nutrition you're eating, what type of calories, food, usually you go to the nutrition facts and read. So you want to know what the Bible's about, you want to know what who the world calls God, and you want to know who the world calls Jesus. Well, you got to read. So that's how we come to the realization that we didn't always speak English, so the name Jesus, it doesn't hold weight. The true name is Yahawashi, going back to the Hebrew that we once spoke, the ancient Hebrew. So, it's Yahawashi. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahawah. God is simply a title. We know these things by reading and studying. But it says to exhortation, and that word exhortation goes into encourage. We encourage one another, as brothers. We got to give a focus to that, focusing on the brotherhood, feeding the sheep as well as they feed us, through the spirit and power of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi. And it says to doctrine, so doctrine goes into teaching or instructions, so that's why we all got to follow the same instructions, you see? And one way that we do that is by knowing the time we're in, knowing when the Sabbath is, when the Day of Atonement is, when the Passover is, when these things come to pass. We need to know how to properly execute them or serve them, because that's how you show the Lord that you're about what he's about. That's how you get on his good side, is by paying attention. And the inspiration of this lesson was this calendar. The brother endure these last days too. The brother that runs that page on YouTube, he had shared this post of his calendar, and through the Spirit, I took a screenshot and I got my own calendar. I don't have a photo of it, unfortunately, but it's a chalkboard calendar where I got to write this information down. So Tawadi Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi for giving the brother the Spirit to share this information, because it's something as simple as writing it down on a calendar that's going to get you in the spirit of doing what's right in the eyes of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, and keeping you focused, So let's grab it once again. 1 Timothy 4 and 13. Till I come, who's coming? Yahawah, in the name Yahawashi. Yahawashi shall return physically. Right now he's dealing with us spiritually. We can't physically see him, so we feel where the Spirit's leading us. We feel that we're being told to go through the scriptures, to go out on the highways and hedges, to speak to the camera, to speak to the people. That's something that's given unto us from the inside. You see? So till he comes physically, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. You see? And that's through the Spirit, because this is going into, let me click on it real quick just to be sure. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this is the Apostle Paul writing unto Timothy, because he was going to visit Timothy. But, through the Spirit, Yahawashi was dealing with Paul, the Apostle Paul. So he was going to, visit Timothy and fellowship with him, teach him. So, but now we're waiting for Yahawashi to return to fellowship with us and deal with us if we be those men. But now let's go into this precept. This is going to be Judges chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, The noise of archers, that's the ICBM missiles. You see, and to be delivered it in they're delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water. That's America. America is a place where people come, and use whatever it has to offer, which is truly just wickedness. Evil doings is constantly pushed forward here in Babylon, which is known as America. It says, there shall they there, and those that are going to be delivered, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi. So, hey, here we are rehearsing the righteous acts. We're perfecting them. We're trying to keep them to the best of our ability. So it says rehearsing the Hebrew word tazadakwa, which is objectively righteous, rightness, morally. So hey, we're doing a righteous act. There you go. It's a righteous act, rehearsing the righteous acts. Oh, so lucky I thought I clicked on rehearse. This is the Hebrew word for rehearse, thana, which means celebrate, rehearse, recount, tell again. You see, the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. That's 1 Corinthians 14:32, if I'm not mistaken. So we're here, the prophets are here telling you again how to serve the Lord, teaching, giving instructions. And we're called, as we read in 1 Timothy, to give focus to instructions, encouragements, and knowing, what we're studying, what we're speaking on. Now it says, rehearse the righteous acts of Yahawah, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of Yahawah go down to the gates. So then shall we return, we will be saved, when Yahawashi returns. Let me click down what the brother has broken down right here. Noise of archers, ICBM missiles, con. So I did grab that, and then the drawing water represents slavery, which is America. Con, I'm glad I clicked on that. The brother, the brother from the channel GMS Q&A. That's the brother that had created this website. So if brothers want to check it out, it's down there. The website is down there. The kingjam.es. So the King James. That's how you grab this site. It's very useful, but of course, study on your own. Don't rely on the website. Now here's another precept. This is going to be Psalms chapter 104, verse 19. And this is going back to the calendar. You see, because the calendar, the true calendar is following the moon. And just this evening, the Day of Atonement has came in, because right now it's Thursday, August 24th. But when you go into Psalms 104, verse 19, he appointed the moon for seasons. And there you go. Typically they divide up the years by seasons. Winter season, summer season, spring season, fall season. But that's all according to the moon. That's where you get the word month, from moon. So he appointed the month for seasons. The sun knoweth his going down. So the Lord had set these things up. And the moon is what we're supposed to follow. That's why you got, I believe it's 28 days for a moon to completely cycle before it hits a new moon again, which represents a new month. You see? So it's not too far. It's not too confusing, because the Lord is not the author of confusion. This stuff is very clear. It's not, what am I trying to say? It's not hard to get. It's very easy to understand if the Spirit's dealing with you. Now here's Luke 12:56. This is Yahawashi speaking. It reads, Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time? And there you go, because we're called to study the time. Be watchmen, So that's what we're called to do, is to make sure we're truly understanding the times we're in, truly understanding prophecy. And this is the last one I have pulled up on this website before I jump to the NLT. This is Ecclesiastes 8:5. Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. You see, so time and judgment, man, that's how you That's how you stay out of trouble, is discerning these things. Let's jump to the NLT. Ecclesiastes 8:5. Those who obey him will not be punished. So who obey Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi? It says those who are wise will find a time and a way to do what is right. And there you go. So that's a wise thing, to find a time and a way to do what is right. So, hey, Lord willing, this lesson has been edifying. Before I close out, I would like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, Qadash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. SHALAWAM to the elect.